Masks. Okay, you gotta be, right? You gotta be, right? Doesn't that sound like masks? You gotta be. Okay, so let's take a breath together. I always like to breathe in the people that are online, bringing them into the center of the center. Just another breath together. I like this. I haven't been talking since I think it was March. I've taken a sabbatical for a little bit. Most of you know my family went through some stuff together, and I did a major operation, and so I decided now's the time to take a sabbatical. So I haven't been up and around. This is my first time out on pulpit for a while. So thank you for inviting me. And I was thinking, because I'm in Minnesota, and I know there's some farming here that gets done, and what kept moving through my mind was fallow ground, fallow ground, fallow ground. And farmers know, and you'll correct me, it's a time to let the field rest. It's a time to let the field rest. And so for me, I was in fallow ground. I let my field rest. And so coming out today, which is really perfect, because I wanted to talk about masks, spells, and questions. So because Halloween's coming up, I thought it was a perfect time to look at the masks. So we come out in Halloween. I see I have God's angel there dressed in red. I have someone reading tarot cards. I have other little ones dressed, and someone that's going to Hawaii. So we dress up. It gives a sense of play that we do when we wear masks. But what happens, I think Halloween's the 31st, right? So what happens November 1st when we take our masks off? We get to see what other masks we do have. There's a mask of relationship. There could be a mask of a job. There could be a mask of social interactions. The question is, how did we put these masks on? They seem invisible, but we know they're there when we're triggered or activated. I like to call it activation instead of triggered. And we get activated, and that's how we know, okay, I've got this little mask on. And so where did it start? Well, before our minds can make the world, we make the world we live in. So as we're being raised, we make the world we live in, and we make that world as safe to us as we can make it. And what I realized is that the world makes our mind, and that's what we call race consciousness. We see it everywhere, right? So we have various masks for various different societal expectations, and these are the constructs that somehow we've agreed with. And when we come into religious science, we say, I don't think so anymore. I don't think so. It's all within me. I can change it. And we do that. We say that a world that works for everyone. And we get to change those social agreements. We are the change agents in this world. Our thoughts and our thought systems have to change, and this is our full-time job. So if we don't allow ourselves to receive the truth about ourselves, we develop a condition of acceptance. So we get to change what's embedded in our mind. So I was looking at how I grew up. I was a Baptist first. I went to a Baptist church. It was hellfire and brimstone. So I was a little girl sitting there shaking. And then I went into being a Methodist, and then I went into Disciples of Christ. And each one I got baptized. And I felt like something's not working in here. Nothing's changed, you know. But I was thinking about the Baptist way because Southern Baptist, there were these two little boys that went to church on Sundays, but their parents dropped them off. They didn't go to church with them. Their parents dropped them off. And they would go into church, and it was okay. They were having, young kids in Sunday school. But one day, they got dropped off, and they were really good friends. So one day, they got dropped off, and they said, let's go to the back of the woods and let's go play. Nobody's going to miss us in church, right? No, kids aren't missed in church, So they went in the back, and they played until church was over. So when church was over, they came out, and they were expecting their parents to pick them up, right? Well, the preacher called their parents and said, your kids weren't in church today. And the mom said, well, we dropped them off. They were supposed to be at church. And he said, well, they didn't show up. And he said, oh, I see them outside. They must be waiting for you to pick them up. But let me call them in first. Let me call them in to my office first. I want to talk to them. So the one little boy sat in the foyer waiting while the other little boy was inside. And he sat in the chair, and the preacher said, where's God? And the little boy kind of looked around and was like, and the preacher said, where's God? And he started to shake. And the preacher said one more time, where's God? And he just got up from the chair and bolted out and told his friend, oh my God, it's true. They think we stole God. They think we stole God because we didn't show up. And he was trying to tell them, God's in church. God's in church. This is the sanctuary of God. So it's funny how anyone ever could tell us or know where God is for us, right? And this is the spell that we fall under. That the whole race consciousness falls under this spell of what we've actually been taught or encouraged about or even questioning. I love that. Is it actually true for me? So let's break some spells today. I'm going to do a little shifting of stuff. We're going to do a little passing out toward the end. I'm going to do a little trick or treat and shift the thing about prayer. So hang with me. I was at Anton a few weeks ago, Association for New Thought Alliance, and there were a lot of ministers, practitioners, and lay people there. And Dr. James Mellon was talking. He's writing a book called 5 Questions. And I've been sitting with these questions, and with Halloween, I've been haunted by these questions. So I want to pass them on to you, because you're my tribe. And I think my tribe can help me with them. So what if you had 5 questions that could navigate through your life, any changes in your life, any that are present? What if you could navigate your life with these 5 questions? Here they are. Why am I here? What wants to know me? What wants me to release it? What is mine to do right now? And do I know how great I am? So because of the work that we do inside, and the deep work, and the meditations, and the mantras, and the affirmations, I wanted to pass this on to you and ask you, would you be willing to ask these questions? Maybe just for today or tomorrow. And we were talking about commitment for this month. So would you be willing to be committed to asking the questions? Would you be willing to hear what might come up? And you have to be honest with yourself in this. And would you be willing to do the work so that you could live the results of these 5 questions? So, why am I here? Why am I here right now? Not what is my purpose, none of that. We can go into that later, but why am I here right now? That's how you could use this in any situation. Why am I here at this restaurant? Why am I here with my family? Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas is coming up. We could use these questions in any situation we're at. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why am I here? Why am I here at this job? So the deepening of this question, just asking it alone, and not your mind figuring it out, but sitting with it, having the resolve to sit with the question and let the question answer itself. Second question, what wants to know me? And I was puzzled with that one. What wants to know me? You know, my mind immediately wants to go on to, well, who wants to know me? But it's what wants to know me. What am I allowing to move through me in my passion and wisdom? What wants to move through me? What wants to know me? We are creative individuals, and it's the creativity that is allowed to express itself in what wants to know me. We live in an energetic field of ideas and desires. If we close our eyes and sit and expand our consciousness to the back of the room, to the front of the room, to even bringing it out, just the practice of it alone, and ask that question. It's an energetic field of ideas, and this is the way the ideas come up. What wants to know me? What am I allowing myself to engage in my own mind? Third question, what wants me to release it? What, not what do I need to release, but what wants me to release it? It may be an emotion, might be a relationship, might be a job, might be something that you've done a lot and want to shift it. What wants me to release it? Something that is not defining you anymore. And then what is mine to do right now? Not later, not in the future, but what is mine to do right now? It might just be taking a breath. What is mine to do right now? The fifth question, and this was a kicker for me at Anton because I really had to tell myself the truth. Do I know how great I am? Do I know? And when I first heard that question, I heard no, and then a well of sadness just rose up for me. But it's recognizing, if we say that we are God in form, how can we not know how great we are? So do I know how great I am? When you have that understanding of who you are, because you own the belief in yourself, why am I here comes more naturally. It's just a circular part. Do I know how great I am? Can anyone answer that question without all the old beliefs coming up? Don't get sassy now. Don't do you. All my beliefs came up around being raised by my mom. Don't be careful. You don't want to be too show-offy. All this stuff, and it's like, do I know how great I am? Yes. Confidence comes from an ego that knows itself. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. And there is a difference. So, these are the 5 questions, and I've put them in the back if anybody wants to play with them and just try them for one day. Commit for a day. That's like Queen for a day. I used to have Queen for a day, right? It's commit for a day. So, if I know who I am, and I know how great I am, when I say, why am I here? You'll get a different answer. So just that practice alone. So these questions take real deep, deep consideration. So you give yourself space and time. It's not about your mind answering the question. It's about you sitting, if you're in a meditation or if you're in a space, or maybe just answering the first question when you're with someone or out. Why am I here? I'm here to enjoy. I'm here to that'll take you even more deeply into it. Allow the question to answer itself through you. This is how we also take off our masks. Reverend Michael Beckwith states it this way: you cannot be your authentic self without becoming intimate with your true nature, without going beyond personality, cherished beliefs, likes, and dislikes. To discover your core self, you must be willing to break the agreements you had with mediocrity. These questions will help you break that agreement. The moment you stop running the racket of staying small to please society, family, friends, or bosses, your original face will start to come into focus, and you will know who and what you really are as an emanation of the Universal One. So we put down our masks and we break these spells of old beliefs and behaviors. And this allows us to live in this flow and become receptive to these answers, to the answers to the questions. So let's break a spell today. 1, I'm going to pass out some cards, and you can take them home. They're from Ernest Holmes. They're Ernest Holmes' wisdom cards. I figured rather than quoting him, you guys can take a quote home. So this is the treat, unless you look at it like it may be a trick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pray together in a song. So I'm going to have everyone just sit and be quiet, and Victoria and Carl are going to play this song about prayer. And what I'd like you to do is take in your mind something that you would like prayer for. Maybe it's a deeper understanding. Maybe it's deeper love. Or hold someone in your mind as you go into this prayer. And then when they're finished, I'll do a prayer.
When I pray,
You close your eyes and
I
pray.
feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper to my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love, go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
So bringing us together in that prayer, recognizing the power and the presence that is here, in, around, and through each and every one of us. Allowing that prayer that was just sent up from everyone, knowing that whatever weighs heavy on the heart, love is present in all of it. Recognizing this power and this presence that allows us to move into the day, that allows us to breathe into life itself, knowing that it is this that sustains us, that maintains the presence and the power of this peace and love that is in, around, and through all thoughts, all feelings, all emotions, and all outside influences. And so it is from this place that I release the prayers that came through from everyone, knowing that even before they were spoken, they were already done. And so I say, and so I let it be, and so it is. Amen. And the questions are in the back, if you would like them. And I thank you for allowing me to come back out into the world.